What is going on, everyone? We're back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing my top 5 finest cards released in Season 5, Set 5, because there's a lot of good cards in here. I'm going to give you the best ones that I think are going to be the best, and also some of them that I've used as well. Alright, so coming in at number 5, we have this Pete Alonso card. Now, this one's pretty solid across the board. You know, the times I've used him, I've been absolutely hitting nukes with him and hitting great doubles. So definitely a solid card across the board. You guys can see the stats. 125 power on both sides, absolutely insane. Almost pretty good vision at 100 for this card as well, and the good clutch is insane. You know, he's obviously not going to have the most speed or defense. You know, he's Pete Alonso, so he's going to get your guys that's going to hit doubles and home runs, but I really like him. Obviously, everyone is going to have a different list than me because everyone likes different swings and different cards and, you know, different players. But I definitely think Pete Alonso is definitely my number 5 spot on this list. Coming in at number 4, I'm going to have this Trey Turner card. Really solid card, I think, in my opinion. Looking at Turner across the board, I mean, the 99 speed speaks for itself. We know he's a good defender at shortstop, and the hitting stats are going to be insane. So if you can just get him on base, that's really what you want to do with this card. Draw some walks, get some base knocks. And you can definitely hit some home runs with him as well. He's got some pretty good power on this card. So I just think that the fact that he's a great defender and you want to get him on base, great leadoff hitter, can play a lot of positions. Definitely a solid card to have on your roster and your lineup. I think he's definitely a top tier player, and I think people really like his swing as well. Really solid swing across the board on this Trey Turner card. So I'm really excited actually about to use this card and actually have some fun with him. But I know for a fact he's going to be a solid player. You know, he's just going to, the stats are there. I've used Trey Turner cards in the past. I've been great with them. So I definitely know he's going to be my number 4 spot on this list. So coming in at number 3 on the list, I have Brent Rooker. Now, a lot of people really don't even know who this is. All right, I'm going to be honest. Really solid player for the Oakland A's this year. I think he was going to, I thought he was going to get dealt at the trade deadline. Didn't happen, unfortunately. So he's here on this team. He's becoming a really solid player. Really good power hitter, obviously with the 125. He's got, you know, decent vision at 80. I think it's pretty solid. You know, he obviously plays left field, so he's got definitely decent fielding over there. But the times I've used him, I used him in the showdowns. Insane hitter. I've been absolutely destroying baseballs with him. Been absolutely hitting some good doubles, some good singles, some good home runs with this card. Absolutely insane power that Brent Rooker has in the outfield. Definitely excited. He can also play first as a secondary, which is not a terrible idea because he has decent. He's got decent defense and he's pretty fast. So not a terrible first baseman option, I think, in my opinion, but definitely a solid left fielder, I think, if you're going to play him anywhere, just because I think that's where you're going to get the most value out of this card. But yeah, the times I've used Brent Rooker, he's been absolutely insane for me. So definitely number 3 on this list for me. He's got a really good solid player here. Now coming in at number 2, I'm going to have Cody Bellinger. Now this card is insanely good. I mean, you can just see from the stats, pretty much 115 everything on, you know, contact, power, vision. So really solid card overall. Insane clutch, great defense, good speed. Going to be a great center fielder or first baseman because he's also played there as well. And he's a lefty. So, I mean, there's a lot of good things about this Cody Bellinger card. And he's going to be a really solid card. I did use him in the showdown a little bit, and I was hitting pretty well with him overall. Definitely excited to actually be able to obtain this one and use this one because he's definitely a solid player across the board. And, you know, there might be a little bias, you know, Cubs with the background, but overall, looking on the stats, he had an insane season this year. And I'm really excited to actually be able to get to use him and see how he is in you know, ranked and online and events and all that good stuff. So definitely a solid player in my opinion. I think my number 1 player has to be this Shohei Ohtani card. His stats are insanely good overall, and you know, it's really hard to really deny how good of a player he's been this season and just in general. So he's got the 96 speed across the board, 75 steal. You know, he's got decent fielding, and the hitting speaks for itself. The 125 power, 125 discipline, 125 clutch, 85 vision. So almost 125 across the board, except for that contact versus lefties and vision. So that's insane overall. You also got to remember he pitches as well. So, you know, that's something you got to keep in common as well. He's got the slurve, the fastball, cutter, splitter, sinker. So pretty solid mix over there as well. He's really solid. The pitching stats aren't the best. They're not insane. I mean, the walks are a little low, home runs are a little low, control can be a little low. But the stats that actually matter, hits per 9, K per 9, the break and velo are all solid. So that's something to keep in mind with this Ohtani card. I mean, for a collection reward, I think he's pretty solid. I think he's definitely one of the best, finest cards that we have in the game right now. Across the board. So this one I'm going to give my number 1 to. The stats speak for itself. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The stats are insane for himself. And if we look at the quirks, he's got a lot of good quirks. A lot of good quirks with the outlier one. Then, you know, he's obviously got the break outlier one, the fighter perk. A lot of good quirks in this one as well. The daytime player and homebody makes him even better. A lot of good quirks on this card as well. So that would be my top 5 list, you know, with the whole finest cards, because there are a lot of good ones across the board. But Pete Alonso number 5, Trey Turner number 4, Brent Rooker number 3, Bellinger 2, Ohtani 1. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.